diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Ow. Ow. All right. Hey, Jill. Jill's on the Instagram. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. All right. Cool. Oh, no, you're missing out on my background on Instagram. I'm going to show it to you guys. It looks kind of cool today. That probably messed everything up. Who knows? Who knows? All right. I'm going to get a fan going on here. Looks like Facebook is a little slow. So, couple quick announcements. I'm gonna have a podcast coming up. I'm gonna bring on Jeff Vickers. Jeff Vickers wrote. You guys may have heard him. He wrote Sober Slogans, and I thought it'd be a really good fit. His knowledge is a little bit. He's a good guy. I've talked to him a little bit. I'm going to talk to him again this afternoon. See if I can work on bringing him on. And then this one is not set, but I'm pretty sure I can get this person to come on my show. And that's Ryan Hampton from Mobilized Recovery. We've had some pretty good conversations lately, and I'm going to be meeting him on the 9th while they're here on their little bus tour thing. Yep, I'm going to go, even though there's people there that, they wanted me to go to the night thing too, and I won't go to that. I'm not going to go to a bar. I will not condone that. And they even tried to comp me tickets, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't go. I'm not telling them why. I just told them I'm busy, right? Because if I go there, I probably won't keep my mouth shut. Right? And that's not an appropriate arena for Dion. All right. So what's up with Facebook? Oh, I know. Now, could have had a V8. Conventions this weekend. All right. Well, if you're here, welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. I'll be your host. And of course, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. And some people may pop on. Who knows? I have a ton of rewatchers. So it's going to be the Jill and Dion show. Nothing new. Right, Jill? So centering our thoughts, this is out of As Bill Sees It, page 200. That would be awesome, Jill. We will talk about that. Oh, I forgot which page. 200. All right. Hey, Jill and I talk like that. She even bought me these books. You guys, everybody there. So many people support this now in so many different ways that it's almost fluid now, and I really like that. Is there anybody on Facebook right now? No. Who gives a fuck? Right? There probably is, and I don't even know it. So why am I even talking about it? All right. So page 200 of it, As Bill Sees It. This is Source of Strength. When World War II broke out, our AA dependence on a higher power had its first major tests in AA. AAs entered the services and were scattered all over the world. Would they be able to take discipline, stand up under fire, and endure the monotony and misery of war? Would the kind of dependence they had learned in AA carry them through? Well, it did. They had even fewer alcoholic lapses or emotional binges than AA safe at home did. They were just as capable of endurance and valor as any other soldier. Whether in Alaska or on the Salerno beachhead, their dependence upon a higher power worked. Far from being a weakness, this dependence was their chief source of strength. So when we say stuff like meeting makers make it, do you really have to have meetings to make it? Yes and no. I mean, they probably found each other out there too. We we have a little secret society. And if you're in AA, it's not hard to know when somebody else is in AA. Yeah, I can just look in their eyes and I'll usually know. But we're everywhere, man. We are everywhere you go. I thought I thought this was a phenomenal idea. Um, if you're sitting alone in an airport and you're nervous and you're on the edge or whatever, you can go to the paging phone and ask them to page a friend to Bill W. And they will do it. And somebody will most likely pick up that phone. I want to go to the airport just and hang out just to be able to pick up the phone. Hey, Ingrid, good to have you. All right. I'm going to read this just again real quick for Ingrid's sake. And I'll do it fast. It's not very long. So I hope you don't mind. When World War II broke out, our AA dependence on a higher power had its first major test. AAs entered the services and were scattered all over the world. Would they be able to take discipline, stand up under fire, and endure the monotony and misery of war? Would the kind of dependence they had learned in AA carry them through? Well, it did. They had even fewer alcoholic collapses or emotional binges than AA safe at home did. They were just as capable of endurance and valor as any other soldier. Whether in Alaska or on the Salerno beachhead, their dependence upon a higher power worked. Far from being a weakness, this dependence was their chief source of strength. And we really talk about that in the first step. It is one of the I forget the name. It is one of the paradoxes. One of the paradoxes. Jill says, if two people meet, speak about recovery, we are having a meeting. Thus, meeting makers make it. I was waiting on her. Thank you, Jill. See, you guys, that's what I mean. Share your experiences. Wow. That's how meeting makers make it. You only need two alcoholics and God. But I was talking about the different ways. You know, we used to have bumper stickers, man. You know, and I don't know why bumper stickers faded out. I don't we still drive cars. But fuck, you could drive around anywhere. Hey Chris, good to see you, brother. You could drive anywhere and find a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. You go to the grocery store and somebody be wearing an AA chain. I'm not kidding. I was wondering, I was gonna ask. Because I thought that was pretty cool. The purple with the black. And that's my favorite color. So all right. Let's see what the daily reflections says about this. I need a new one. Serious. Look at it. I have another page right here. That's not till October though. So, and they're pretty good topics. A program for living an unremitting inventory. All right. Centering our thoughts. I will center my thoughts on a higher power. I will surrender all to this power within me. That's right. I was talking about the first step and how we give up power. And so, in the first step, we talk about dependence. First of all, we're dependent already on a thing called alcohol. Okay. And we need to actually switch our dependence. You think you're independent, Hmm. No, the only way to true independence is total dependence on a power greater than yourself. It's the only way that it works. I have not found any other way personally, and I've not seen anybody accomplish it any other way either. And I've watched a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people, right? Even the people that I don't get along with agree this is still the way, right? I will surrender all this power within me. I will become a soldier for this power, feeling the might of the spiritual harmony. Harmony. I'm telling you, my dyslexia is out in full force today. Um, I will allow a wave of okay, I'm going to go back. Feeling the might of the spiritual army as it exists in my life today. I will allow a way of spiritual union to connect me through my gratitude, obedience, and discipline to this higher power. Yes, this one's speaking to me because lately I've really been focused on my calling and what God wants me to do. And I made a list of things that I'm allowed to work on. I have limited myself to the amount of things that I'm working on because I want to do what God is asking me to do. It's very important to me. It's my calling. And I won't stop. I might threaten to. It's been a long time since I sit down and went, nobody does it for this. I don't feel that way anymore. And that was my PTSD talking all the time. So, but now I not only do I feel this calling, I hear it. Okay. And it's not like it's insistent or anything, but God's pretty insistent about it. Um, but I'm doing it. I'm right now it's just the waiting game. I'm just waiting to start. So um let me allow this power to lead me through the orders of the day. May the steps I take today strengthen my words and deeds. Action. Action. May I know that the message I carry is mine to share, given freely by this power greater than myself. So we also need to allow God to work through us to help other people. That's essentially how we work with other people. Number one, meet them where they're at, right? But for us, what are you doing to center your thoughts today? Okay. Usually we can do this through prayer and meditation. Sometimes that just isn't enough, huh? We'll go to a meeting, it doesn't quite seem like enough. What I would recommend is actually picking up the phone and talking to just another person. Pick somebody in your phone that you haven't talked to in a little while. Call them up and say, hi, how are you doing? This will help center your own thoughts. Getting out of yourself will help you center it. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of spiritual growth. He hit me with a 2x4 the first time. That was uncomfortable. I guess I just wasn't getting it. Sorry, that's just a bad joke. I don't even know where I was at anymore. Oh, setting our thoughts of what and how we do that. Working with another alcoholic or another person can help you center your thoughts because now you're letting your subconscious take over. Go do something that doesn't require your brain. I play drums or I play video games. Maybe read. I play video games that I've played a million times because then I don't have to think about it. I just let my brain go and I decompress for the day. And I do that every day. I decompress one way or another. And then on Sundays, I usually take the day. Doesn't happen, but I try to. Hey, Patricia B, good to see you. I was just getting ready to wrap up, honey. I'm sorry, but it is good to see you. So, centering our thoughts will also help with our own day because maybe we're not doing that well and we need to start our day over. Okay. The answer is always the same work with another alcoholic. Yeah, the convention's going on. I was talking about that earlier because I'm like, nobody's showing up. I'm like, that's why the nooner was so small. That's awesome, man. So, I think that's all I've got on it right now. Yeah, it is. So, all right, that's going to be it for today. I will be back tomorrow for the Daily Trudge. In the meantime, I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. Bye bye.